Hello friends, my name is Professor Sonal Gogri. I am faculty with Faculty of Business Administration, GLS BBA, GLS University. So in the previous session of service marketing, we talked about different levels of services. If you remember, we talked about minimum level, maximum level and zone of tolerance of services and its determinants. In today's session, we shall be talking about how service organizations can develop an effective positioning strategy. So how do you develop an effective positioning strategy? Before that, let us understand the meaning of positioning. What is positioning? Positioning is basically where does the brand stands in the minds of the customers. Where is the brand? How does the brand lies in the minds of the customers? Customers आपकी brand को किस तरह perceive करते हैं, किस तरह वो उनके mind में कैसी image है. That is brand perception, right? So when you talk about Apple as a technology, what comes to your mind when you talk of Apple? Innovation, design, right? Research and development, expensive, luxury. So that comes in the minds of the customers. And that is what the brand has positioned itself in the mind of the customers. What comes to your mind when you think of Nike? When you think of Nike, it comes athlete shoes, sportswear, right? Specially designed for sports and adventurous activities. So that is what comes in the minds of the customer. So Nike ने अपनी positioning कैसे बनाई हुई है with that tick symbol talks for sports and athletes, right? So what is positioning? It refers to the projection of an image of a product or service that enables consumers to distinguish it from competitive offers within a defined space. Projection of an image of a product or service. In other words, positioning intends to influence the perception of consumers. If you look at consumers, now positioning differs from person to person, right? It is the market which decides, it's a brand which decides कि मेरा target market कौन है और सारे target market के दिमाग में brand का एक image होना चाहिए, right? Now if you look at, there are on screen, you can see there are two generations. One is generation Z or millennials and the another is baby boomers, right? If you see the millennials thought process and the baby boomers thought process could be different, right? In baby boomers, you can see that HP had a great brand positioning in their minds of the customers with Apple, right? However, in generation Z, you can see products like PlayStation and Xbox has taken over, right? So what is there in the minds of the customers? How from one generation to another generation, people think in a different way. Their brand image is different for different products, right? If you look at the channel like MTV, baby boomers or your parents would say that MTV is not a very good channel for young children, they shouldn't watch it, right? On the other hand, the youngsters would want to watch MTV more and more. So it is okay for the company, their target audience is happy, that's it. Their target audience is youth and youth loves the brand, that's okay, right? So positioning is simple. Where does the brand stands in the minds of the customers? Correct brand positioning is required not only to attract attention but also to influence the decision regarding the purchasing of the service. Good brand positioning helps guide marketing strategy by clarifying what the brand is all about. Jaise Nike talks about athletes. How is it unique or similar to competitive brands? And why consumers should purchase and use the brand? Positioning is a critical factor in brand building. Starts with a product, a piece of merchandise, a service, a company, institution, or even a person. Anything could be positioned, anything can be given an image in the minds of the customers. Whether it is a product or a service or a company, institution, anything, or a brand or a person. So positioning is not what you do to a product. Positioning is what you do to the mind of the prospect. You don't change the product. You create an image in the minds of the customers. It is what you do to the mind of the prospect. That is, you position the product in the mind of the prospect. So I hope what is positioning is clear. It is not what you do to the product, it is what you do to the mind of the prospect. That is, you position the product in the minds of the prospect. The brand attributes for positioning should be capable of communicating specialized brand values and image identity of the service company. Brand positioning and brand communication are critical to success and often most challenging for marketers. Marketing strategies focus basically on three vital issues, that is segmenting, targeting, positioning, which is popularly known as STP. Various features may be used to position a product or service. These includes attributes or benefits, uses or applications, user class, price or level or quality. Right? So how do you position your brand? How does the positioning, or how do you differentiate your brand? How do you create an image of the product or a brand in the minds of the customers? Create a distinctive place in their minds using, so you need to use attributes, benefits, uses, applications, user class, price, level, quality, anything which helps your brand gain a distinctive position in the mind of the targeted customer. Three things are important here before we understand positioning. First, frame of reference, category membership. Second is POP, point of parity, and third is POD, point of difference. Let us see what is frame of reference. The positioning of the brand requires identification, category membership of the brand. Right? You need to understand you belong to which category. Identification category is a group of competing brands to satisfy a consumer need. Group of consumer brands. So if I tell Zomato, what other brands comes to your mind? Swiggy, right? Food Panda, Uber Eats. So all these four are what? Food delivery services. All these are application based businesses, right? All are online food delivery apps. So what is it? What is the category membership all together? So if you don't know what is Swiggy and if you have to explain someone about Swiggy, what will you say? It is just like Zomato, right? So you have this frame of reference in mind. When you have not heard of the business, what do? Frame of reference in the mind. Identification category is a group of competing brands to satisfy the customer need. A brand is positioned keeping in view the target market and the competition in the segment. This constitutes frame of reference. In other words, the frame of reference refers to the set of brands with which the company brand competes and the service brand which the consumer consider close substitutes. I repeat, in other words, the frame of reference refers to the set of brands with which the company brand competes and the service brands which the consumer considers close substitutes. So now let's say lifestyle is a store जहाँ से हम मस्त shopping करते हैं, right? It could be your regular shopping, casual shopping, fashion, garments and so on. So lifestyle is a part of retail. So if someone doesn't know what is shopper stop and someone asks you what is shopper stop, सुना नहीं है कभी इसके बारे में, and all you will say is lifestyle है ना, वैसा ही है shopper stop, right? Similarly, Idea is in telecom category and McDonald's is in quick service restaurants category. So let us see quick service restaurants category membership. जितने भी लोग McDonald's जैसे similar businesses है वो सब इसमें आ गए. We have taken here examples of McDonald's, Subway, Pizza Hut and Domino's. Now let us understand point of parity and point of difference. Companies need to determine two important issues, points of parity and points of difference. Parity नाम से ही पता चल रहा है जहाँ पे similar है, कुछ चीजें similar है, right? जैसे Zomato और Swiggy के बीच में कुछ similar है, या McDonald's और Burger King के बीच में similarities हैं. So point of parity, as the name suggests, refers to those attributes and features that a product or a service necessarily share with the competing brands. So features आपने share की, representative of the needs of the target segment. These are also referred to as the minimum expectation of service features in a brand. Minimum expectation हो गई क्योंकि everybody shares, तो कोई भी quick service restaurant नाम से क्या है, quick service. तो सभी चारों के बीच में सिमिलैरिटी क्या है कि जहां पे भी जाएंगे ज्यादा वेटिंग नहीं होगा, फटाफट खाना हो जाएगा, राइट? सो व्हाट इज द सिमिलैरिटी बिटवीन ऑल फोर? फर्स्ट, क्विक सर्विस, all are fast food, western cuisine and all instantly prepared, right? So these are what the similarity between all four is this. Understand there has to be certain similarity also, because if you are not similar with your category, the customers will get confused and probably will not come to you. So कोई point पे आपको similar होना पड़ेगा so that customers can compare. They can compare and then they can see that which one to go for, which one is better. right? So category membership is very important. Frame of reference is important for companies to frame it. Next is point of difference. Consumers of a service brand may identify certain attributes or benefits of the brand as exclusive, not found to the same extent in any other competitive brand. These brand benefits establish a distinct brand identity in the minds of the consumers. So point of difference क्या है? It should convey the superior distinctive factors and also the believability to develop consumer confidence on the availability of the service providers in providing superior distinctive benefits. So let's see now each brand has some difference also. They are some way unique too. For example, what is so different in McDonald's? You can see that McDonald's, if you go to McDonald's, there is this toy, drive-through, casual dining, self-service. So drive-through is making it unique. Toy de raha hai gift mein, Happy Meal, right? Subway, what is so unique about Subway? Customization, fresh, bake your own bread, make your own sandwich, right? Casual dining or self-service. What is so unique in Pizza Hut? Indian menu, freshly baked pizza, casual dining plus fine dining. So in few restaurants of Pizza Hut, there is fine dining options available. Also not just self-service, but because fine dining hoga to table service is also available. Domino's, whenever you think of Domino's, it's always 30 minutes free delivery comes in your mind. Casual dining and self-service. So what are these points? What are these points? These are all कैसे एक कंपनी दूसरी कंपनी से अलग है. तो मैकडोनल्ड में ऐसा क्या है जो किसी और में नहीं है? तो टॉय, राइट? सो वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स ऑफ डिफरेंस फॉर ईच. Service companies need to establish category membership to set up the right frame of reference. तो पहले frame of reference के लिए हमने क्या किया? Category membership find की. उसके बाद हमने point of parity, सबके बीच में similarity क्या है वो देखा, और फिर सबके बीच में क्या difference है वो देखा. It is necessary to inform the customers about the category membership of the brand before stating its point of difference. As the points of parity are driven by the needs of category membership, it is vital to focus on points of difference also. The selected points of difference should be relevant and important to the target customers. They should convey the superior distinctive factors and also the believability to develop customer confidence on the ability of the service providers in providing superior distinctive benefits. Now you can see that I have marked few points in already in red color. What are they? They are how it has been positioned differently. So McDonald's ने with its toy and drive-through facility क्या image बनाई है? Toy से it is friendly, right? It is for kids lover. Plus Ronald McDonald, you know, sitting with him on the bench, getting a photo clicked. It's fun, it's enjoyment, it's party, right? So what are you doing? You've created a distinctive image in the minds of the customers. Red and yellow, bright colors. So McDonald's की इमेज क्या है? टॉय एंड ड्राइव थ्रू, जिससे वो अलग है बाकी सबसे. सबवे किस तरह से अलग है? कस्टमाइजेशन. पिज्जा हट कैसे अलग है? डाइनिंग, टेबल सर्विस. बाकी सब सेल्फ सर्विस है, यहाँ पे डाइनिंग भी है. इंडियन मेन्यू. एंड डोमिनोज कैसे अलग है? 30 minutes फ्री डिलीवरी. सो ईच ऑफ दिस पॉइंट्स इफ यू सी, दे आर यूनिक टू ईच ऑफ देम. Pizza Hut doesn't say on 30 minutes delivery, or McDonald's don't talk on customization. So what is this? You are differentiating. You are creating a position in the mind of customers. I hope it makes sense. पहले आपने point of parity कि हम सब एक जैसे हैं, सब वेस्टर्न क्यूजीन है, सबका कॉमन चीज है, कोई सर्विस है, सब इंस्टेंटली प्रिपेयर्ड है. सो देयर इज अ पॉइंट ऑफ पैरिटी. फिर सबने कुछ कुछ डिफरेंस लाए कि हम इससे ऐसे अलग भी हैं. एंड देन अ यूनिक इमेज. पार्टी करनी है, 10 बच्चों को लेके जाना है तो मैकडॉनल्ड्स में जाना है. फटाफट खाना खाना है तो डोमिनोज से मंगवाना है, राइट? शांति से बैठ के पिज्जा एंजॉय करना है तो पिज्जा हट जाना है. सो व्हाट हैव यू डन? यू हैव क्रिएटेड अ पोजीशन इन द माइंड्स ऑफ द कस्टमर्स, राइट? सो नाउ लेट अस सी डिफरेंट पोजीशनिंग स्ट्रेटजीज. Consumers are excessively influenced by many marketing stimulation. The pressure in performing a variety of roles in daily life is not leaving much time and energy for people to go through the details of every offer leisurely. Psychologists found that consumers try to make the processes in the mind simple by not allowing every stimulation in the mind. That is part of selective attention and selective retention. They are the key strategic moves of the consumers to defend themselves from the pressure stimulations of the marketers. This type of behavior requires the marketers to be simple in their message. It's a really big challenge to use a very simple yet effective message to convey what the company wants. Positioning strategy really works in this perspective. What exactly you remember? What is something that draws attention? Selective attention and selective retention. Positioning works in this manner only. So there is no standard rule on how to position a product or brand. The only guiding principle is providing a simple and precise answer to the very basic and fundamental question of why should I choose your offer? What is so unique with you? Why should I come to you? Right? This may be against a need, value or competition. Against a need, value or competition. Not necessary चाहिए. ज़रूरत है इसलिए. Just because McDonald's gives toys, it's fun, I want to go there. Right? So that is what is called as smart positioning. Is that which imprints the brand in the consumer's mind. Further, products and services need to be repositioned to keep up with the dynamic marketing environment. A common framework for product positioning can be taken from a series of questions such as ones listed here. Who are the target audience? कौन है आपके target customers? What is the relevance of our services to their lives? What is the key benefit offered? How will it fit into their lifestyle? What is the service? How is the service different from that of the competitor offers? And what experience is the brand promising? All these are the common questions that you need to answer before you actually clarify your positioning. Product किसके लिए है? Target audience कौन है? क्या benefits वो provide कर रहा है? How it will fit into the lifestyle of your target audience? And accordingly, you need to create a positioning. Because once you create a positioning, it stays in the minds of the customers for a long period of time. You cannot keep changing the positioning also because that can confuse the customers. Even if you are doing repositioning, तो repositioning भी बहुत consciously होता है और वो भी हर बार in a very short span of time में नहीं होगा, in a long run में ही होगा. So there are different positioning strategies that we need to study. A company may use any of the following themes for positioning of services. Right, which includes service attributes, benefits, service application, user, competitive positioning, quality, price, leadership and excellence. We'll see each of these with examples, but before that, let's take this as an example. On screen, you can see Coca-Cola's 3 products, Coca-Cola Zero Sugar with no caffeine and Coca-Cola Tab. Coca-Cola Zero, यहाँ पे आप देखो यहाँ पे लिखा है Great Coca-Cola Taste. Right, here it talks about taste. So what is that? This brand is talking about less sugar but bold taste. On the other hand, if you look at the other Coca-Cola, it talks on caffeine free. So it says that it is again zero sugar but also there is no caffeine. So you can give it to your kids also. Right? And the third is Tab, which is for dietitians. So if you are on diet, you can go for Coca-Cola Tab. Now understand, all 3 are Coca-Cola brands. All are Coke, right? But still, all 3 have been designed in a different manner. Packaging अलग है और तीनों ने एक अलग position create की for a different set of audience. तो अलग-अलग market के लिए अलग-अलग positioning, right? So service positioning should be very simple in message yet effective enough to convey what the company wanted. Service companies may use service attributes, benefits, applications, quality, leadership or any other feature that has the potential to influence the target customers to prefer the service. So let's start with the examples. First, attributes. Attributes हमने पढ़ा हुआ है previous session में. I hope you remember the features. Convenience, right? Speed, safety, quality, all these were the attributes, features of the service. You can see here an example of YONO, you only need one. It's an application bank app by SBI, which talks on banking features, lifestyle and banking. So it talks on the features the application provides. So YONO has positioned itself on online banking attribute. Benefits. This strategy focuses on the distinctive benefits of using the service to the consumer. You can see Vodafone की ad, ये बहुत पुरानी Hutch की ad है, जब Hutch, when Vodafone was Hutch. It's a beautiful ad because the pug was very famous. जब Hutch जब Vodafone हुआ तो pug continued to be a part of Vodafone also. until then Zuzu campaign came. तो Zuzu campaign के आने के बाद pug कम हो गया, उसके पहले pug was used. This dog actually signified two things. One was loyalty, and second, wherever you go, the network follows. So dog was actually talking about network, and therefore Hutch की positioning कैसी थी? On the basis of their good quality network. So what is the benefit if you use Hutch? You get a good network. I hope the positioning is clear, right? Similarly, Idea used to always give some social message through its ad campaigns, having Abhishek Bachchan as their face of the brand, right? Again, what is the benefit if you use Idea? You get good ideas, right? So that's how it positioned its brand. Service application positioning. How do you use the service? So Naukri.com की आप tagline देखो, India's #1 job site. How do you use, how do you apply, or how do you use Naukri.com to get the good jobs? So now, as an employee or as a candidate, you are empowered. Empowered क्यों? Because you have choices कि कौन सी कंपनी में आपको जॉब चाहिए. You have options. It is not like जहाँ जॉब मिली वहाँ लिया. You have options. So that's what Naukri.com creates a position, right, in the minds of the candidates, in the minds of the potential employees looking for jobs. Service user positioning. How do you use the services? On the basis, so your target audience से आपने position किया. जैसे again, this is an example of Yono, but it is Yono Krishi. So Krishi is basically किसान, the farmers, right? And आपका target audience क्या है? Farmers. तो आपने अपनी brand को कैसे position किया? Yono Krishi, नाम ही ऐसा दिया. So service company में identify the target group and position the services as best for them, right? Competitive positioning, where you are understanding what are your competitors doing and trying to position accordingly, maybe opposite, maybe away, maybe similar. So positioning may be against the competition or away from the competition. You know, यहाँ पे आपको clear लग रहा है. This is an example of DHL. Ad किसकी है? DHL की. लेकिन बहुत ही clearly it is shown that DHL is competing directly FedEx. So if you run Fed up, use DHL. Right? Here you can see another example of competitive positioning. Let's see the ad of Burger King, who has clearly written, work for the kings, not for the clown. Clearly targeting whom? Who is the competitor? McDonald's, right? Because Ronald McDonald is the clown, a face of McDonald's. So very clearly they say that work for the king, that is Burger King, and not for the clown. It's a very beautiful ad, directly targeting the competitors, right? On the other hand, there is another ad of again Burger King. Burger King has done a lot of ads targeting directly McDonald's. This was the ad which came during lockdown in 2020, saying that even if you are going crazy, don't be a clown, stay at home, right? So again, they are trying to say that even if you are going crazy, don't order food from McDonald's, don't go to McDonald's, but stay at home. There is a reason why this ad came. McDonald's, because of the drive-through, it was allowed to open first क्योंकि they can open और बाहर से वो burgers दे सकते हैं. Burger King was always a closed restaurant, तो उसको शुरुआत में allow नहीं किया था restaurants open करने के लिए. So therefore this ad came that even if you are going crazy, don't be a clown, stay at home, right? So another very powerful advertisement directly targeting competitors. Next is quality positioning. This is an example of upgrade, very clearly says life ko lift karo. It's a quality positioning. Doesn't talk much on attributes or features, but talking about good quality of life. With Vicky Kaushal as the face of the brand, recently quite hyped. Vicky Kaushal has got a lot of hype, known for its strong movies like Uri and so on. So youngsters love this space, right? And therefore quality positioning, this the face of the brand Vicky Kaushal works well with upgrade. Price positioning, where you are trying to talk to the customers about price. What are the value, what are the benefits you will get when you come to us. So the positioning is communicating the best value for the price the customers pay. Big Bazaar clearly says isse sasta aur acha kahin nahi, which directly talks about price, which customers have to pay. Leadership positioning, it communicates to the customer that the service company is a major shareholder in the market and enjoys the acceptance of the majority. मतलब सबसे बड़ा market है. Amazon, no doubt, they are of course one of the largest retailers, and they have their tagline says amazon.com and you're done. You don't have to go anywhere else. We're talking about leadership. यहाँ आ गए फिर और कहीं जाने की जरूरत नहीं है. We are the best, right? Excellence positioning. It talks on how good quality and excellence we provide. The positioning is on the performance and the efficiency of the firm. Premium hotel groups including the Taj, Oberoi and ITC use excellence in services as their positioning, right? When they talk about luxury, they talk about other facilities. Here you are talking about excellence, that we would not compromise on the quality at all. So now we saw that how services have, positioned themselves. Service firms should study time and again the effectiveness of their positioning strategy in influencing the customer's mind. Based on the results, they need to initiate appropriate changes. So let us see a video of BlackBerry repositioning strategy ad. This is an ad of BlackBerry where they are trying to reposition themselves.
We wear cool suits, we wear shiny shoes, we're the BlackBerry boys. Oh yeah, we're the BlackBerry boys. We're special, we're clever, we're very, very clever. We're the BlackBerry boys. Oh yeah, we're the BlackBerry boys. We do chat and we do mail, we do surf, we do all on the moves. We're the BlackBerry boys. Oh yeah, we're the BlackBerry boys. We're the BlackBerry boys. Oh yeah, we're the BlackBerry boys. BlackBerry boys.
So I'm sure you all saw the ad of BlackBerry, right? There was a time when BlackBerry was positioned very clearly. It was only for people who work, so business class people, office goers, professionals, right? Only they would use BlackBerry. Clearly, it lost a lot of market to Nokia because youngsters wouldn't prefer BlackBerry. So BlackBerry got this ad, we wear cool suits, we wear shiny shoes, we are the BlackBerry boys, saying that it is only for people who work wearing suits, right? And then you see the ad, a lot of youngsters jumped in and saying we do chat, we do email, we listen to music, we do everything, and we are also BlackBerry boys. So here it is clearly repositioning itself by saying उन्होंने पोजीशन कैसी बनाई थी फॉर बिजनेस, फिर उन्होंने चेंज किया, टारगेट ऑडियंस ब्रॉड किया और कहा इट इज फॉर ऑल मास ऑडियंस, right? Of course it is a luxury brand, of course it is expensive, but youth can also use it. This is called repositioning. उन्होंने अपनी पोजीशन reposition किया. माइंडसेट कस्टमर्स के माइंड में जो इमेज थी ब्लैकबेरी की वो they tried to change it, right? So I hope this is clear. The different positioning strategies that we saw, that organizations can position themselves using service attributes, benefits, application, users, competitive, quality, price, leadership and excellence. These are the ways service companies can position their brands. But if necessary, they can also reposition it so that their image can have a target audience, a broader target audience and a right set of perception in the minds of the customers. So we are done with this unit, and in this unit we talked about strategic service concept, the competitive environment of services, strategies, overall cost leadership, differentiation and focus. We talked about how to win customers in the marketplace using attributes, qualifiers, winners and losers. We talked about attributes and levels, and also positioning. So overall this unit is completed. In the next session we shall talk about the next unit. Until then, thank you so much.